Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, and I am back again with another reaction to One Piece. It's been a minute. Obviously, we had a break last week for Shonen Jump. It was a holiday, so we're finally back with One Piece. Last chapter was crazy off rip. You already know, man. Joy Boy, hockey from the past, tied in a knot, or the knot was tied or released. And then Emeth, the robot, the giant robot, used it on the Gorosei, and they dipped the fuck out of there, and Emu felt it too. So I don't know what kind of hockey hacks that man got, but hey, that's just wild. That's a feat right there. That is a feat. You know what I'm saying? We've seen so far in terms of like hockey, we've seen a lot of shit from Garp, crazy hockey stuff, Shanks, Roger, Whitebeard. So now we've seen Joy Boy and even heard him speak in the last chapter. We've seen the silhouette of him. Looks very similar to Luffy in terms of how, like, his stature and all that. But yeah, so that was pretty fire. I'm ready to get into this chapter. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not going to talk too much about anything else because, I mean, y'all know the drill. We're finally back once again. It was Shonen Jump break last week. But go check out my anime voices in different languages reaction video that I did for Sukuna the other day. Check that. And then tomorrow I got one dropping as well for another series. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're new. And let's get into this chapter. All right. 11:23. The Void Fortnight. The Void Fortnight. All right. Okay, look, we're back with the Wano cover pages. Onichawa Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 11. Enemies forced to share Odin. Shout out to Odin, man. The OG, the real Odin. All right, what you got in the author notes, Oda? The Miss Green Apple concert was fun. The aura of those three really amped me up. My boy, hey, one of my goats, Oda, he talking about aura? Let me find out he in tune with slang and shit and social media for real. But Miss Green Apple, that's the one that the band that did the first Fire Force opening, right? Fire. All right, let's get into it. The aftermath of hockey. Egghead Island, respond. What's your status? They all knocked the fuck out. Wake up, you guys. See Seraphim, the S Snake. The Straw Hats are escaping. Daw knocked out. Everybody knocked the fuck out. Wow, all of them are down. Seriously? That's amazing. That was greater than Red Hairs, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? That's what I was just talking about. I was just talking about like the hockey feats of other people. That nigga Joy Boy was on a different level, for real, for real. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant. And I believe Garcia, Saturn was still there, right? Because I think I remember the other four going back to Mary Joie in the room, but I'm not sure. But I thought I remember seeing a panel of Saturn still there in front of the robot. We'll see. But it looks like this arc is officially ending right now. We're probably going into Elbaf, obviously, because we're with the Elbaf Giants. And obviously, we know that they're posted there. That's their home. They came from over there. She. All right, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. Ba. You heard the captains. Let's go, you bastards. We're off to Elbaf. I like that panel. Very clean panel of their ship. Big ass ship. They ship big as hell, bro. Every time I look at a lot of these pirate ships in this series and look at ours, the Sunny is fire. For all the shit they can do, shout out to Frankie. But the mother ship's big as hell, bro. Pause. But yeah. Off to Elbaf. Here we go. Okay, we seen a little panel of everybody. Bonnie look like she laid up with her dad. And she's little right now. Zoro chilling. Usopp hysterical. Well, obviously because his masters are here. Luffy, damn Nami, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I like how it looked. For a second I thought it was a tattoo, but that's the outfit, how it looked. I was about to say, why is she tatted right there? What kind of shit is that? But Luffy, he worn out. Give him that man some food, please. All right, Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous, wasn't it? Huh, I like this. I like this from Sanji. I like that. I like that he's, I like that he's being, I don't want to say suspicious, but I guess kind of like on it with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting how you just dropped all this information like this out of nowhere in the circumstances of what's going on. But he's dead because you can see his eyes is covered. Yeah, he dead. Damn. Egghead 2 weeks prior. There are some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitor for any fluctuations in particle density and neutron flux. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. This could be a grave error if we miscalculate it. What aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? Wait. Aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? Yes, and the rate of reaction is increasing too, but the power station seems stable. This data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. Every single data point related to the power station has been carefully modified to pull this off. The culprit has to be a Vegapunk. Was it Lilith? Okay, so now we're going back to that because, York, how she betrayed him or whatnot. I like how they talked about this before. They had that discussion. I'm afraid the three of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. An insane amount of energy was stolen, so we have to observe the other four to determine who is responsible, especially Lilith, because, she the evil one, even though she didn't do shit. We have to put our brains into offline stealth mode, too. That's right. If our memories of this gets uploaded to Punk Records, then Lilith, the culprit, why is he blaming her like that? But I understand. Based off of, all of their different personalities and attitudes and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's the first one, suspicious one. You know what I'm saying? The culprit will know we're on to them. 1 week before the present. Attention! I've identified the culprit. It's York. What? The memories she's been synchronizing with Punk Records are phony. I've also confirmed that the surveillance snails at the scene of the crime were tampered with too. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad, Lilith. Yeah, thank you for apologizing, nigga. She didn't even do shit. It's always like that. There's always somebody that's known for doing some shit because of their reputation, but they didn't actually do some shit. I get it. Some people, you have to treat everybody fairly, but it's not surprising, and I don't blame people for pointing fingers at people who would do some shit like that. But at the same time, you gotta be a little bit more fair. I've also found evidence that suggests someone deployed the weaponized CBs without authorization. A jamming white transponder cell was also found in our investigation. I know we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long-distance transponder cell. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the voice entry. She rang Mary Joie. No wonder Cypherpole keeps coming here to snoop around. 6 days before the present, the kingdom of... Why they gotta say 6? Literally, it's just a day. They could say a day later from that because it was a week ago. Anyway, the kingdom of Lelucia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Pythagoras, observe any changes to the sea levels and monitor all wireless transmissions. Yes, sir. Do you think this has something to do with the theft of the mother flame? I'm sure of it. The portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized CBs. If you'll permit me to indulge in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the world government possesses one of the ancient weapons, and they must have needed the mother flame energy that York stole to fuel it. We'll see if the evidence supports my conclusion. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok, and I went and personified mine. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? No, it's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows of the voice entry. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handing over the mother flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the flame and try to mitigate the damage. Stella, we still have a chance to escape if we flee now. Prepare a boat for the other residents, Quasar. They still have a shot of escaping Egghead, but it will be impossible for us. The Navy will have issued secret orders to every branch in base by now. They'll chase us to the ends of the world, and our inevitable deaths will be meaningless. At least here on Egghead, we have something O'Hara didn't 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far and wide as possible. What exactly is the world government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. If I must die, I will sell my life dearly. And now we're probably going to transition back to the present with Sanji talking to him. Or not yet. I apologize for wrapping you two into all of this. Don't be silly. We're Vegapunks, just like you. We're all thinking the same thing. Just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for someone like us? Good point. And then we're going back to that big ass brain, the rest of his brain. I wonder if he's going to try to, like, if Vegapunk is going to essentially make himself like the mainframe essence. I don't know, some way he could like transfer his consciousness to like the actual web or something like that. So he's gonna be like a living library or internet browser or some shit. I mean, because we did see the big ass head some chapters ago. I forgot how long ago it was, but we did see that in the tank right here. But good point. There's one other thing we must safeguard: our cloud loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. Huh? Stella, what are you doing here? Oh, is that you, York? We know. I mean, you know. I said we know. Yeah, they do know. But you know, same old, same old. If our experiments to optimize the mother flame allow this thing to move again, it'd be a big breakthrough in creating our ideal energy source. That's right. It'd be amazing if we achieved that soon. Right. I can only pray it never gets perfected. 2 days before the president. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Check. Mic check. Mic check. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Attention. World. Hello there. There we go. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. What we said, what we said will come as a big shock, right? And then that's where we got the beginning of it, maybe. But everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect the transponder signal to be hidden here. My death will trigger the message to be sent out worldwide. We need to ensure that no one finds out till it's too late. I like this panel with all of them right there laying down like that. And I guess they're like linking together with the cloud shit data. And abnormality in other behavior, in our behavior, could be a tip-off that spoils our plans. Erasing your own memories is the safest bet. That said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York stole the mother flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake, we'll have to suffer through all those bombshells all over again. The fear, the fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us. But we have put our countermeasures in place. Even if things go sideways, it will still be our victory. Boom. The Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? This is my handwriting. Good morning, everyone. Wow, that's actually crazy that they, like, now, I know I've been reading a lot because there's a lot of dialogue in this chapter, but I'm starting to, like, register all the information. That's actually insane. Smart ass motherfuckers, bro. Good morning, everyone. You'll find that you three have a missing fortnight's worth of memories that were wiped on your own volition. A number of things will probably become as a surprise because of this, which is ironically pretty amusing. Huh? I will tell you one thing, though. The world government has found out about our research in the Void Century. I have already taken the best precautions possible. You will just have to put your faith in me and die. Huh? They found out. Am I really telling myself to go die? Oh, and one last thing. Sella, Emperor Straw Hat's crew and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cyberpole is approaching us too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade the island. What? Admiral Kizaru and Elder Saint Saturn seem to be with them. What? After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think it'd be best if we stayed put. Huh? You'll die. You don't need to help me escape anymore. I've thought about it. Just let me die here. What do you have? What? Do you have a death wish? Far from it. But I've come to believe that my death will set something important in motion, which it most certainly did, Vegapunk. This is going to be a big match. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We've got to do something. One more thing. Well, it's about the One Piece. What about it? I want you guys, here's to uniting with old friends. Cheers. To be the ones who find it. Wow. Hold on. Do this later. Wait for me. Who? We're off to the land of my dreams. Elbaf. Yep, here we go. We're going to Elbaf. Yeah. Thinking 2 moves ahead. He said, I want you guys to be the ones who find it. And that is, look at Luffy. And that is the end of the arc. And now we're going to Elbaf. Fire shit, man. Obviously, Usopp is going to have his moment. My thing with Usopp, I was just talking to my homies earlier, Sherm and Twitchy, about Usopp and how, like, you know, when it comes to some characters with Oda, especially with the Straw Hats, like, there's one thing to develop the characters in the pre-time skip as Oda did. He literally developed them. But there's one thing called development and there's another thing called progression. Development is just for us to explore the character, learn about them, learn where they came from, in like the first foundation and half of like their story. For some of them, most of their story. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the post time skip, a lot of times we didn't get anybody else other than like Sanji. He had his own arc, and I'm personally not even saying that people need to have an arc, because what I'm about to say, or what I was about to say, was with Usopp. I don't think Elbaf needs to be his arc. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't have to be his arc where he achieves his dream or whatever. At least that's how a lot of us, you know, kind of predicted and whatnot. But you know, I just kind of feel like it's one of those things where it's, you know, it's one of those things where I feel like, me personally, I would have loved if Usopp, like, I mean, he's always done stuff, but I would have more so liked it if he was a person that like wanted to avoid pain, wanted to avoid getting hurt, shit like that. But he's still over there standing afar, sniping and shit. And then when it comes to his moment where he is the bravest warrior to see, he finally steps up to the plate and he has to sacrifice himself. I'm not saying he has to die. I'm just saying he has to make a sacrifice where, yes, he might have to take some pain. Just like what he did for the Going Merry. That was like one of the best fights in the series. And that was one of the ones where there's a lot of pain mentally and physically, and I kind of wish that Usopp's character was kind of going down that route, right? But it's not my story. I'm just a reader, but I can also say the things that I don't like. You feel me? But we're off to Elbaf. This is gonna be pretty fun. I doubt that Shanks is gonna be there. It's probably gonna be some of the other people in the Grand Fleet, and I don't know what else we're gonna learn from Elbaf. Like, somebody's gonna pull up and fight us. I'm assuming so, because I mean, it's Elbaf. It's the land of warriors. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly if, I don't know what's gonna happen here. The man marked by flames, or we're gonna see Kid over there, because, you know, I'm not sure if Oda actually killed Kid or not. I'm not sure about that. Maybe if he did, then I think Oda's in a whole different, he's in a whole nother bag when it comes to this final saga. He's actually doing things that a lot of us been wanting him to do. Stop the fake out deaths and do the real deaths by executing them, literally. But this is a fire into the arc. I like how we went back to see how they planned all this stuff. And then, you know, I did think that was a little dragged. I think it could have been like half the chapter we learned about all that, but that's all right because it's the end of the arc anyway. And once again, Egghead for me personally has been my favorite arc post time skip. For a while it was Dressrosa. Now I'm gonna say Egghead. Like, overall, it was one of the most consistent ones. It wasn't overly too long like how Wano was. Wano lasted for like, what, 4 years or 3 years, some shit like that. And for Egghead, it didn't last that. It lasts over a year, you know. But let me know down below how you guys felt about this chapter, my reaction, all that good stuff. It wasn't really too much reaction for me because it was a lot of reading, but I wanted to put my little input at the end of the video. So if you made it here, thank you for even staying here and listening. And yeah, so I hope you guys all have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video, and peace.